This has never happened before. And yet again, Gerasimov has reported to Putin that Kupyansk is almost liberated.
On the eastern bank of the Oskol River, units of the 1st Tank Army continue to destroy the encircled enemy formations. Kupyansk-Uzlovoy has been liberated. Checks and clearing operations are being carried out in the city's neighborhoods. Fighting is ongoing in the settlements of Kovsharovka and Glushkovka. And
if earlier Gerasimov was painting a picture of victory in Kupyansk, now it's about Kupyansk-Uzlovoy as well.
The statement regarding Kupyansk-Uzlovoy is even more absurd than the claim about the right bank Kupyansk on the Oskol River. Because if Russian sabotage groups really did enter right bank Kupyansk, there really were a lot of them, they really did establish themselves there, and they really did have zones of control. And more or less, this still corresponded to a certain reality. They were indeed present there. But as for Kupyansk-Uzlovoy, that's complete nonsense because Russian units along the line of contact are at various distances to the north, east, and south of Kupyansk-Uzlovoy. But on average, this distance is more than 8.5 kilometers, up to 12 kilometers from the line of contact. In other words, Russian troops haven't even reached the outskirts of Kupyansk-Uzlovoy.
As for Kupyansk itself, there really is a clearing operation going on in the city districts right now. But the nuance, as they say, is that this clearing operation is being carried out against the Russian occupiers. Oh.
Not only Ukrainian officials, but also OSINT analysts, monitoring groups, and Western analysts say that Kupyansk is not under the control of Russian forces, neither the right bank Kupyansk nor the left bank Kupyansk-Uzlovoy. Even Russian war correspondents, the so-called Z war correspondents and the so-called Z community are saying this. But the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation seems to have chosen the strategy, if you're going to disgrace yourself, then disgrace yourself to the end.
In short, when it comes to lying about continuous victories, the Russian General Staff seems to have outdone even themselves. And again, as further evidence, even the so-called Z war correspondents criticized Gerasimov's blatant lies.
That Kupyansk-Uzlovoy has been liberated? Well, I don't even know. You might as well write that Kiev has been liberated. Why not at this point? Thus, no conclusions whatsoever have been drawn from the disaster of the assault groups being encircled in Kupyansk. Instead, the decision was made to make the situation worse with even more grandiose lies. The result is right outside the window.